It's an exceptionally beautiful summer morning in Tallahassee, Florida. But unbeknownst to Daniel Markel, his whole world is about to change today. Dan Markel is a Canadian-born Harvard University graduate. He is an attorney, law professor and author who wrote various works on criminal law and sentencing. During his time at Florida State University, he met Wendy Adelson, a fellow FSU professor, and the two hit it off. Their family and friends viewed them as the ultimate power couple. The pair would go on to have a lavish wedding with over 200 attendees in 2006. But unfortunately, to everyone's dismay, the couple separated in 2012. Although the two continued to dispute over money, personal property, and the children, Dan pushed to finalize the divorce in 2013. Dan and Wendy were both awarded 50-50 custody of the children. Sources close to the couple described the divorce as very bitter and extremely acrimonious, mostly on the side of Wendy. There were also accusations from Dan claiming his mother-in-law Donna would make disparaging remarks to him about the children in his absence. This further created bad blood between the Markel and the Adelson families. It's early Friday morning, July 18, 2014. Dan is preparing breakfast for his two young sons Benjamin and Lincoln. He intends to drop the boys off at their creative preschool and then hit the gym. He spends almost 2 hours there before he leaves to return to his home in Benton Hills. Dan is talking on his cell phone as he waits for the garage door to open. As he pulls into the garage, someone walks up and shoots him 2 times in the neck and face at point-blank range. There were 2 of Dan's neighbors outside when shots rang out. One of them, a 74-year-old man who ran to check on Dan. Once he saw his injuries, he immediately called 911. He reported Daniel was alert but could not speak due to injuries. This is a recording of the actual call placed that day.
911, what's the address of your emergency case then? Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
We heard and looked in, the garage door was up, and I thought the gentleman was backing out, and I went back to my house, but he never backed out, and I came back over, and his driver's side window is shattered, and he's battered and can't answer. He's inside. I don't know if somebody tried to shoot him or if he shot himself or what. I don't know. He didn't send an ambulance in a hurry. An EMT. He's still alive. He's moving.
Okay. What's going on with him?
I don't know. The driver's side window is all bashed in, and he's got blood all over his head. He's not responding to me. I think you need to hurry.
Yeah, I'm going to get him on the way to you. I just want to ask you a few questions, okay?
Go ahead, but send them as you're asking.
Yes, sir. They're already on the way, okay? Are you with him now?
I'm standing right outside the garage door.
Can you tell me how old he is?
I don't know. He looks like maybe 35 or 40.
Hang on 1 second for me, okay?
Okay.
All right, sir. I apologize about that. What was how old is the patient again? I'm sorry.
I can't tell. He looks maybe 35 or 40. I don't know.
Okay. And is he awake?
He's just moving his head around, but he's not responding. I've called his name, asked what's going on, or not call his name, but ask him what's happening. He's not responding to that, but his head's kind of rolling around.
Okay. Is he conscious?
Well, I can't tell.
Okay. Is he breathing?
I can't tell that. I'm assuming he's breathing if he's moving his head around.
Did you ever hear him talk or anything?
No.
Okay. You said he's sitting in the car, right?
Correct, in the driver's seat.
Okay. Where exactly is he? In the driver's seat? You know,
in the driver's seat.
Is he in the garage or?
In the garage.
Okay. Can you direct the emergency crews to him, sir?
Sure.
Okay. All right, I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Just stay on the line. I'll tell you exactly what to do next.
Okay.
If it's safe to do so, see if he is conscious and breathing or moving at all, okay?
It's not safe for me to do. I don't want to put my hand in here.
Okay. Well, help's on the way.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be standing by. And I've heard about break-ins in the area, and so I decided to walk over and take a look. And the garage door was up and asked him what was happening. And then I saw the windows shattered, and he's got blood. I'm going to be over here waiting for the EMT, honey. Okay, go ahead, but just tell the kids to hold on inside. They're okay. So tell them I'm out here.
All right, just stay on the line with me for now, okay, sir?
Okay, I'm
I
here.
got them on the way to you.
News sources would quickly find out about the popular professor's fate.
We're investigating a grisly murder committed in broad daylight in a college community. Just as shocking as the location, the victim, a professor and family man. And now his friends and former students remember this beloved teacher. Police struggle to piece together a puzzling crime. Who killed him and what was the motive?
Dan would die an untimely death less than 24 hours later. Some attribute his death to the 911 dispatcher who accidentally routed the call to low priority. For this reason, police and firefighters arrived 20 minutes later to a still conscious but fading Daniel. In the coming days, homicide investigators would interview witnesses, family and friends close to Dan in an attempt to piece the puzzle together over who may have done this gruesome act. Due to the nature of the crime, a $25,000 reward was offered by Crime Stoppers for any information leading to an arrest. After no one came forward in 2014. The next year, in July of 2015, an independently funded award of $100,000 was offered on the one-year anniversary of Daniel's death. The Tallahassee Police Department also held a press conference where they showed photographs to the public of a silver Prius thought to be possibly involved. The murder investigation of Professor Dan Markel continued to run cold until May of 2016 after a police informant led them to their murder suspect, 34-year-old Sigfredo Garcia, who was arrested in Miami Beach, Florida. Garcia was booked for first-degree murder. Police stated that at the time no further details could be released, but there may be more arrests made as they believed they were dealing with a murder-for-hire situation. A couple days later, police revealed Garcia worked with 33-year-old Luis Rivera. They believe the pair traveled from Miami in a rented Toyota Prius, spending 2 nights in a motel in order to facilitate the crime. This information was gathered by searching through bank information and cell phone records. The pair also traveled through an electronic toll where they were seen on camera. The police informant also told investigators on the day of the shooting that Garcia and Rivera followed Dan as he ran errands in town. They also followed him to the gym in an effort to find the most opportune time to shoot him. These accounts were also corroborated by witnesses nearby. These events aligned with investigators' theory of a murder-for-hire plot. Police had always suspected members of the Adelson family and had placed secret wiretaps on the Adelson family's devices. This led them straight to Charlie and Donna, the brother and mother of Wendy Adelson, the ex-wife of Dan Markel. Wow, the rabbit hole goes deep, but investigators are far from finished. Police must now figure out the link between the Adelsons, who on the outside appear to be total pillars of the community, and their links to the two hitmen. As police dig deeper, they find an employee in Charlie Adelson's dental practice that doesn't look quite right. The employee has steady weekly paychecks sent to their bank, but other than this the employee basically doesn't exist. No insurance, or hours worked or position in the company as an employee can be found, and the bank drafts total to a few $1,000s in the name of Catherine Magbanua. Police even go to the dental office, but none of the practice's employees know her as a member of staff. This raises further eyebrows. Investigators will learn that Magbanua is the ex-girlfriend of Garcia and they share 2 children together. And bang, the circle of association has been established. Police now understand that Magbanua, who is dating Charlie Adelson, introduced him to her ex-boyfriend and baby daddy, Latin Kings gang member Sigfredo Garcia, and his accomplice Luis Rivera. According to police records, the motive for the senseless and callous cold-blooded murder of Dan Markel was simply because he yearned to be a good father to his boys. During Dan and Wendy's divorce, a court order was placed which restricted Wendy from moving away with the boys, and also Wendy's mother Donna could have supervised only visits with the children, due to her past remarks about Dan to the children. This put a damper on Wendy's plans to return to her hometown and live closer to her parents as the couple shared equal custody. Police say after the deed was complete, Magbanua started to receive large amounts of money to her bank account. She also got a breast augmentation around the same time. Cell phone records show after the plan was carried out that Magbanua was the first call placed on Garcia's phone. Fast forward to June 17, 2016, a grand jury indicted Garcia and Rivera on first-degree murder charges in connection to the hit for hire. They didn't have to look far for Rivera, who had been in prison since 2014, where he pled guilty in federal court to racketeering and conspiracy due to his high-ranking gang ties in the Latin Kings. He was sentenced to 12.5 years in Florida's federal prison. After combing through tons of cell phone records and GPS data, police find documentation which places the hitman near Dan's residence as early as the beginning of June 2014. Police also stumbled upon pictures of Dan as well as mapping information to his home. The hitmen were also on camera visiting an ATM which pictured both men clearly in the silver Toyota Prius. In early October of 2016, Magbanua was arrested and charged with murder. At the same time, Rivera took a plea bargain for his role in Dan's murder. He pled guilty and was given 19 years in prison to run concurrent with his previous 12-year sentence. During Rivera's confession, he stated Garcia approached him to help in the crime. He also said that Catherine Magbanua was the go-between to the two parties and that they did not previously know the Adelsons, and at the time he did not know the names of who hired him, but was told by Magbanua the reason for the crime was because the lady wants her 2 kids back. She wants full custody of the kids. The Adelsons continue to deny any involvement. Their lawyer also released a statement, quote, "None of the Adelsons, Wendy, her brother Charlie or their parents Donna and Harvey had anything to do with Dan Markel's murder." Honey, that was a lot. Thank you if you made it to the end of part 1. Part 2 will be out next Sunday. What do you guys think about this story? Do you believe the Adelsons are innocent, or do you feel like they are dirty, rotten scoundrel storytellers who paid those 2 hitmen to kill their former son-in-law? Please leave a comment.